be my shot. Amsterdam. This is Amsterdam.
Wet hair, essentially.
How do you feel about being in Amsterdam? I've been here before.
I'm so excited.
Okay.
I don't really buy that I'm here, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
I'm not buying it yet. Like,
even with all the rain and the bikes and the Dutch.
Because I haven't been on a bike yet, so it's not real yet.
It's not
you're
real
on
yet.
a bike.
But look at the canal though.
It's so pretty.
You what, Noor?
I'm about to vlog, but I want to live here so badly. I like don't have words.
Yeah. I understand the feeling.
Okay. Oh, hi. Still in Amsterdam. We're walking through a neighborhood called Jordan.
So spelled like Jordan with 2 A's.
Yeah.
Let's pronounce Jordan.
And it's so pretty and I love it, and all the houses are adorable and the bikes, and it just made me feel this, my heart swelling.
I'm really happy that Noor liked it because I loved it too the first time I walked through here. I was like, oh my god, it's so peaceful.
Yeah,
Car, be
you
careful.
just kind of, oh, there's a car. That's an odd sight. You just walk around it and you're like, I want to live here. I want to get my veggies at a market and bike here, with them in the basket, and just live here.
Just live that
Just live that life. Yeah, this is like the, I don't know.
Hi.
This is like the,
Third or fourth
range shower.
shower
And it stopped.
in the space of 3 hours.
Yeah, and then they last like 5 minutes, and then they're like, yeah, we're done now. And keep going. Whoa! I didn't even notice.
I mean, those guys could have stayed on and then it would have been like Hogwarts.
Yeah. Oh, I would have so stayed on. Actually, I wouldn't have. I would have panicked and ran.
Okay, don't put it back.
Where are we?
We're at a place called W139, which is a art exhibition. And this is currently the art exhibition. It's a roller coaster made of timber.
Nothing's roller coasting on it though.
Oh, you're lying.
Oh, I lied. Sorry, guys. Also, there's like a car.
Whoa. I love that these are the breakers. This gives it friction.
We're at this art exhibition place, and we're in this room of just different colored cloths, and I can't tell if it's just like a scraps room or part of the art. I can't pretend like I understand any of this, to be honest. It's pretty cloths, but I'm confused. It's Sarah washing her hands. Hi, Sarah.
Are you filming this now?
Yeah, I filmed us walking too.
What are you gonna do with all
I'm gonna
this?
make a vlog of what I did in Amsterdam.
Alright,
Nice.
a vlog.
Lovely. That's what I did.
How was Amsterdam?
Great.
I really experienced Dutch cuisine.
Well, it's not that much
Yeah.
experience, so some things are nice, but
Honestly, I've had a lot of cheese today and I appreciate it.
yeah, the cheese is good.
Yeah.
That is for sure.
We got to Berlin, but like, I hella beat up. So tired, so sleepy, so much backache. Okay. You want to tell them what happened, Sarah?
Hi. So, we took an overnight bus to Berlin from Amsterdam. The motivation is to gain a day in Amsterdam and not waste like 9 hours getting
Gain a
there.
day in Berlin.
To Berlin, yeah, and not waste 9 hours getting there. And also to save up on like spending a night in a hostel. What I forgot was that check-in doesn't until 3. So we got here at like 9, something like that in the morning. Now we have 6 hours to kill, except we're so tired. But we can't let the day go to waste.
I'm having breakfast.
Frühstück.
Sarah.
Wir haben Frühstück.
Sarah is.
Ich habe einen Kaffee.
So we're in this flower cafe, and I'm going to the bathroom. And look at them! There's just parrots chilling. They're so colorful. Hi, big guys. They're huge, actually. So we're in Berlin, and we booked a tour of the underground bunkers from World War II. But the 1 o'clock one was full, so we only could get the 3 o'clock one. So we have like 2.5 hours, 3 hours to kill. So we're napping in this park for now because we're so tired. I've never seen Sarah walk this slowly in my life, like ever. It was like at a snail's pace. I loved it because I've been exhausted, but I was surprised that you weren't like powering. This is the look of defeat. Bye. Mostly, Sarah's great at navigation. This time, we're just kind of lost on the railway track. I'm gonna vlog. No. Do it, Sarah. Just do it. No. I believe in you, Sarah. You finally work up the courage.
Of course. Okay. Welcome to Berlin. So, how long has it been since
We got here.
we got here at 9 a.m. It's 9 p.m. So it's been 12 hours.
It's been 12 hours.
It's been 12 hours. We had to, as we were saying before, pass some time before we were able to check in the hostel. And so we did that. We actually did an underground tour.
It was really cool.
Which was really cool. Like they showed us this old bunker that was used during the World War.
I got called out by Sarah.
and Noor got to share her experience.
Yeah, because they were asking, oh, has anyone been to a bunker or had an experience of like similar to air raids and stuff? And then me and Sarah turned to each other and smiled.
Yeah.
But I was also
And then the woman noticed.
Yeah, and I was also just feeling emotional because she was talking about it, so I had tears in my eyes, my throat was closing up. And then she goes, would you like to share your story to me? And I'm like, and my voice is cracking. And she goes, are you from Israel? And that's when I'm like, I'm gonna tell you my story, because nope, they were dropping the bombs. Yeah. And then it still was like, oh my god.
Yeah. What? Oh, of course. Nora's just pointing out a dog. This is normal. Anyway, yeah. So you did that, which was cool. You were like the only person who shared a story, and I thought that was really interesting for other people to hear.
Yeah, but then she followed up with like, yeah, we have a lot of Israelis come on the tour, and you know they go through a lot of bombing as well. And I'm like,
okay,
this is it.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
And now, well, then we finally checked into our hostel after that. Kind of napped. Kind of got some rest.
Oh, definitely napped.
Yeah.
I like passed out. I looked down, saw Sarah asleep, and was like, no, I'm not gonna fall asleep. And then Sarah was waking me. I don't know what happened in between.
And we're about to get dinner. So yeah.
So we're in the Arabic quarter of Berlin, and there's this famous place for like desserts. And we came and we were so scared to go in. I don't know why. I'm like, okay, since we're so scared, we have to go in. I was
Which is fair.
Terrified to go in. But we went in and we're like, hi. And I saw it sakru, like Sarah started talking, thank God. And then goes, oh, they were surprised.
Yeah.
They were really I thought they would recognize us as Arab looking. But no, they were shook. No, they weren't shook, but they were surprised. And then they offered us hello to Yeah. And we're gonna come back for dessert because this is actually really good.
So
Not today.
good.
We're gonna come back
for
another day.
Knafe another time.
It's really, really, really good. 10 out of 10 would recommend.
Yes, I'm so proud.
Stay tuned, Berlin. We're here to do a free walking tour. How long is it, Sarah? 2 hours?
2 hours and a half.
2.5 hours.
Assuming that includes like a half-hour lunch break, but I don't know.
We don't know.
Just because I've won them before. I've
Yeah.
done one before that had a...
One day.
In terms of what you're looking at, like I say, it's purposefully ambiguous, but what most people say they see.
Coffee break.
Not with the rest though.
Because we're pretentious.
We finished the walking tour of Berlin, and it kind of was like a quick recap. Mostly it was a focus on like the Berlin Wall period. So we learned 1961 to 1989. It's really interesting to learn. The guide was pretty cool. He had a good blend of like good jokes and taking things seriously, which I liked. I'm glad he didn't make jokes about the whole thing the whole time. I don't know how I'm feeling. I have these like mixed feelings of complexity and war and Europe now and Europe then, and just I don't know. We talked towards the end, it was like a summary of like, oh, the history, the world repeats itself, and a lot of things that we heard about or talked about, there's definitely like a yep, that's happening, or yep, that looks like it's going to happen. And yeah, and it kind of made me sad for like present day events and not just what had happened, which the focus is very focused on like this had happened, and so we can never let it happen again, but like this like feeling where it's like it feels like it is happening again. I don't know how I can get more specific than that, but yeah, I'm feeling mixed feelings. I don't know about Sarah. How's Sarah feeling?
I'm listening.
She's listening.
Okay, so that's a wrap on the free walking tour. It was 3 hours long, including a like 20-minute lunch break. Which wasn't a really lunch break. We got coffee.
It was a coffee break.
And I did like the tour. I liked the tour guide. He was cool. Inor was saying that he did a blend of like jokes and also told like really important stories really seriously, and I think that's good. Like it's the best way to handle a place like Berlin, where there's so much grim history, but it's also a nice place to be.
Yeah.
Shouldn't all be sad.
Yeah. Like I never, at no point did I feel too overwhelmed by the sad stories, or like he was taking it not seriously.
Yeah. Anyway, and so yeah, I learned a lot. We talked about the Berlin Wall, so I definitely have a better understanding of it now than I did before. And what else? I was gonna make another point and I forgot. I don't know. Never mind.
But at the very end, we're at the library now, which is apparently the Oxford of Germany or the Harvard of Germany. And they were talking about how during Nazi rule, the students burned all the books, and he compared it to. Wait, what did he talked about something else where they burnt books. When did they burn books other than that? I forgot.
He didn't. He made a story about the coat that's on the ground and said it's ironic that they burnt the book, that the Nazis burnt the book.
The book about what was burning.
Burnt the book in which it was written, a quote about the stupidness of burning books.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay. Gonna do more touristy things now, right?
Gonna go visit churches?
Yes,
and
please.
eat knefe, which is not touristy.
Yeah, no.
Day
Day 3.
Okay, start again. Day 3 in Berlin. We just had breakfast. We came here on our bikes, like real. I was gonna say Berliners, but I don't know if Berliners really bike that much. It's not as common as Amsterdam. And today we have like a whole circle tour.
Yes.
That we're doing.
Today we have a list of things that we want to see, and we're going to go one by one and tack them off. Our first stop is the East Side Gallery, which is it's the most famous like section of the Berlin Wall. It's where all the cool graffiti is, pretty much. So yeah, we're going to go check that out. Started to film at the wrong time.
My hair got stuck in my glasses. Sorry.
Berlin Wall. That's it.
That's it.
Just documentation that we've been here.
That we were here.
It's longer. It is longer than I thought it would be.
It's very long. And this is just like a section. It's so long.
Curry vote.
Oh.
You are.
I'm Snapchatting.
Looks exactly like mine, but it's actually vegan.
Whoa.
I'm excited.
We'll see how it tastes. We're at Tiergarten. Yes, and we
Garden or park in Berlin.
yeah.
And we stumbled across this green thing, which is supposed to be water, but clearly it's really dirty water, or it's a swamp. I don't know what you call this.
I don't think it's fair to call it dirty. It's just luscious. So we wanted to throw a rock in, but we couldn't find a rock, so we're using this little stick. Okay.
I'm just gonna throw it there.
Okay.
Well, so you can see it.
Okay.
So it is liquid.
The anticlimactic.
And it's floating. So that's like moss on top.
Yeah. I thought it would make more of a like a splash rather than a plop.
Dinner after a long day of sightseeing and biking and walking and just climbing all the things.
Yeah.
We have our Ethiopian meal. Bon appetit.
Guten Appetit.
Good job.
With the rest of the Germans, we're drinking our drinks. I'm gonna try mate because our tour guide had 2 giant bottles of it, so I'm curious.
Okay, sitting in a park in Kreuzberg in Berlin, watching the sunset. I'm having a Weissbier. Nora's having mate. It's a very popular. Ooh, don't focus on me. Cover your face. Every time.
Never.
It worked for a minute. Anyway, so that drink is a really famous, drink from Berlin. Is made with mate tea, and it's I don't know, whatever. It's made into a soda drink. There's no alcohol. There's no. It's just mate, and it's highly caffeinated.
I'm not sure what it'll taste like, so we'll see.
But it's
hopefully
interesting.
I like it because I paid almost €3 for this, and it's a big bottle.
Yeah.
now I don't feel left out sitting here with everyone else who's drinking. Literally everyone's drinking right now.
I feel like I fit in, except I'm holding a camera in front of my face, so we don't fit in.
Yeah. I don't know what it tastes like.
No?
I don't actually know what the actual mate tastes like.
You never had mate?
I don't think so.
Okay, hello, it's a new day, and we are walking to what is called the Sachsenhausen Memorial and Museum, and it is a former concentration camp outside of Berlin. And yeah, we are expecting to spend like the next 5 hours there.
That's the estimated. They say 4 to 6 hours.
So yeah, it's a full day of just doing this for the most part. So this barrack behind me is a recreation of one of the barracks that was used here, that housed some of the inmates. These in particular Jewish inmates. They were like packed in there until the barracks were like overfilling. And all these plots here represent where a barrack used to be. So they were in this camp, like every barrack was geometrically aligned in such a way as they formed a semicircle that centered around that tower over there, which is Tower A, which is where the commander of the camp would, you know, command. So it was like the design of the place was set so that the commander was right in the middle and could exercise complete authority from where he is to every single prisoner in the camp. Yeah. Just got done being at the concentration camp. How long have we been there? Like 5 hours, 5.5 hours.
Yeah.
It's been a long day. We haven't talked about it since we left, so
No, we haven't
I don't
at all.
know how you were feeling.
I think I would have preferred it to be a bit more interactive. There was a lot of, if you have an audio guide, you get to walk around and listen to everything. Yeah, and there were some parts, I don't know, I don't know. There's a huge focus on the Soviets part, because after World War II, the Soviets took over the camp and they had it as their
So the camp was part of like the German Nazi rule, and then it was converted into a Soviet special camp. So
yeah, which was
I
also
don't
like a
completely
camp.
understand.
Yeah.
So, but okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but there was a huge focus on the Soviet era, and then also I liked it because I had a good balance, I thought, of like different prisoners that were there,
Yeah.
why they were there, what they were subjected to. Like in the very beginning, you kind of hear a lot about the homosexuals. I hate that they kept saying that, but I figured it's like
It is the
yeah,
official.
I know, being especially mistreated. And that's something that I never kind of hear of before, and it's really interesting to hear. And I like that was like a focus for a while.
Yeah. I like the way it's organized so that you basically see the whole camp, and when you go into a certain building or you're in a certain area, you can see, okay, so what happened here?
Yeah.
What's the importance of this? They call it like a decentralized way of showing you the camp rather than a chronological kind of. Anyway, so that was the point, and I like that, but I felt like it became very repetitive and information was thrown at me
So much information.
different and like not consecutively. So I started. For me, it wasn't. I was getting confused a lot
Yeah.
with the timeline of the
There was
events.
no timeline.
There was no
You
timeline,
could
and there
be
was no.
like 1960s jokes, 1940, nope, 1930s, like from time to time. There was really no timeline.
And this is the first time I knew about there being camps under Soviet rule also. So I just went in blind with that information,
Yeah.
and they don't really explain it. So I was like, I don't
Also,
know.
like it took me like a good 7 stations to understand why the Soviets were, because they killed in the Soviet special camp. They killed a bunch of Soviet laborers who were in the Nazi camp, because to them, if you worked for the Nazis, it was treason whether forced or not. So they killed them all. I didn't get that. It just kept telling me how so many Soviets were killed in the Soviet camp. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
And it took a while, but yeah, I think it kind of did jump around a lot and get a bit repetitive. Yeah, and it was hard to figure out really what was going on. And then there's some parts, like at the very end, there's the infirmary, which by the time I got there, which I think like for me would be what I'm most interested in to hear about, but I was so tired by the time I got there. It's very, very long. Also, I really like that it was in the camp. Like you learn these things, it's not just in a museum, you're actually there. But then it makes you feel like any casual thing you do is somehow just like, I ate a pear. Everyone was eating, right?
Yeah, I ate a snack
pear. too,
and I was like, I'm eating a snack where people were tortured.
Exactly. I was eating the pear right like in front of the right in front of a mass grave site. It feels so, anything that I did felt so belittling. And I felt like I sat down on the grass for a while to listen to a few of them in a row. Felt dumb because I was lying down. I'm like, I shouldn't be lying down, and I sat back up.
Yeah.
So it's interesting how sort of haunting it is. It was very,
Yeah. Well.
it's very easy to visualize what it was like.
Anyway, so wrapping the video up, I would recommend it if you're in Berlin, but I feel like I was having this thought, there are so many other concentration camps
Yeah.
worldwide, and I don't know, for example, how many I can do.
Yeah.
Because before it gets too
Repetitive.
too much, too repetitive, and like for example, I would I think the Auschwitz one would be amazing.
Yeah.
I
think that's definitely an important.
that should be like a priority if you want to see one.
Yeah.
Or the Dachau one in Munich.
Yeah, especially since at least in this one, the focus on how Jews were treated, the whole section was, but the majority of Jews were shipped off to Auschwitz.
Yeah.
So very few of them were here, so you kind of still get like a biased narrative, I guess. Not biased, not that they're biased, but like the prisoners who were there were very Soviet based. A lot of Polish prisoners. But I definitely recommend concentration camp in general. This one specifically, not if they're in Berlin for like a few days.
Yeah.
Because we needed, we've been here for 4.5 days. And that's why having a full day for this was fine.
Yeah.
If you're only here for 2, I don't think.
No. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so anyway, that's it. That's a wrap.
I cried.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I didn't.
No, I cried at the infirmary. Yeah, the rain hid my tears.
It did
But
rain
actually,
symbolically at the
yeah.
end.
But actually rained too.
Okay. Okay. See you in Prague.
Oh yeah. Bye. Bye, Germany.
Bye.